All right. Um, let's get into how to make a brush. Let's see. All right. So here we go. We're gonna pop over here to Tinkercad. Um, and I think the first thing we got to think about is the brush head. And when I think of a brush, it's kind of like it's more or less like a shape like this, kind of. Um, so we're going to start with something like this. We're going to scale it to be whatever. This is the thickness of the brush. And then we need to make some bristles. Now, the thing about the bristles, what I've learned, is that we're going to have to make them like at least about 2 by 2 mil. And you can see my settings are in millimeters down here. That's because if you go much smaller than that, even though real bristles are smaller, the printer has a tough time printing them. So we're going to make them like, I don't know, let's just make them 15. That's a centimeter and a half. And we're going to move them onto this, which I think we made, what did we make it? 5. So we need this about 5 above. So right there it's at 0, and now we're at 5. So now what we can do is we can do a duplicative feature where we duplicate, move with the arrow keys, something like that. Duplicate. Okay? And what then we can do is take all these, duplicate, move. And if you wanted them to be kind of like crisscross, you could move it over a little bit. I think this would actually do the trick. So now we have our bristles, and now we can just move them into position. All right. Now, you would take a little bit more time on this so that you could make it, and I'm looking at this 5, you want them to be connected. Now some of these we don't need, right? So we're gonna get rid of a few. So we're gonna get rid of that one and this one. Anything that's hanging over, we don't need. Okay, turn it around. Those are all good. Maybe we would put more here, just like we have here. So you can go in like this, select these few, right? And then Command D and duplicate, rotate, like so. That's a 180-degree rotation. Now we can move those into position so they're right in line with those. And now, yeah, you're covering most of the brush. Okay, great. The next thing we would need is that handle feature. So we can actually just group all this together, that button. And now we have one big shape. We'll just move it up here. And now we need that handle. So we were going to put something inside the handle, so the handle has to be a little bit big. Now this is 5 centimeters, which if you look at a measurement, that's really big. We're going to scale it down to like, I don't know. I think we could get away with like 25. So this is going to be our handle. And then what we can do is duplicate that, scale it down a little bit to maybe 20 or 21. And that would give us a 2 millimeter perimeter. Make that a hole. Select both of these. Align that to the middle, like so. And move this up just a tad so it's not on the build plate. And since this is 2 centimeters, we want to raise it 2. And now we group that, and now we have a handle with a hole. Before we did that, what I would probably do is I would duplicate this, move that out, make that a solid. And what that's going to be is, and I'm focusing in on these by clicking F, it's a little trick. So now I'm just going to scale this down by 1 for the tolerance. Okay, so I just moved it from this to this. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate that, and we're going to scale it. Woo! Undo. We're just going to scale that up a little bit. Scale that up a little bit. And we're going to use that as the lid. Move it up. 2. Great. Select both of those. Just like so. Align middle. Align middle. And now you have that for the top. Group that together. Group this together. And group that. Great. So now you have all the pieces pretty much, and obviously we would rotate this so that it is 90 there, and we would bring that over here somewhere, and we would get everything kind of set in place. Take those two, take these 2 items and align those to the middle. And now we're getting somewhere. So we're starting to see a brush, right, with a handle, all that jazz. Probably want to center align that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe we want it like this, or not. Maybe we just want this like down like that, something like that. I don't know. This is all up to you. But now we're starting to get the shapes and stuff like that. Now you would add a toothbrush here and the other stuff. And if you wanted a mirror on here, I think I would just make like a flat surface. Oh, I think you were putting the mirror on the bottom of that. So I would maybe take that oval shape and make a second oval shape that's a hole and put that right in there. Just so that you had like a little rim around it. So you would rename it brush thing, whatever you want. And that's the start of your project. Good luck.